Why won't anyone just tell you what to charge for your photography work? In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how much you need to be charging at 3 different stages of your career. This is going to take a lot of hard work and it's going to take a lot of time. Make sure to stay all the way to the end and I'm going to share with you what I've been charging for my work. If you're just starting out as a freelance photographer, you probably do not have an extensive portfolio or client testimonials just yet. And that's okay. To build your reputation and to develop your own style, your pricing is going to be much lower than more experienced and seasoned photographers. All right, get ready. A suggested price range for a beginner photographer with less than 1 month of experience should be charging between $0 and $100. Yep, that's right, $0. Don't worry, not charging very much at the very beginning is normal, and it isn't gonna last very long. You should really be focused on gaining those valuable reps. You need to go out and photograph everything. Take those images into Lightroom and edit them. You need to start developing your style and seeing and learning how Lightroom works. Bringing the photos back, importing them into Lightroom, and begin editing. You need to learn as much as you can in these beginning stages about how to photograph and how to edit. What you need to be doing in these first 30 days, this first month, is photographing, editing, posting, and repeating. Again, photographing, editing, posting, repeating. Do this daily for an entire month. Within these first 30 days, you're gonna see your skills drastically improve. Doing this over and over again is gonna serve you well. In month 2, after you've photographed as much as you can on a daily basis and you've imported everything into Lightroom and you've begun editing and you're starting to develop a little bit of a style, this is when you can start pitching your services for about $100. You will have enough material in your portfolio by the 2nd month to easily convince someone to pay you $100. Remember, your goal at this stage is to build your portfolio and to gain experience. So focus on networking, getting client testimonials on your social media posts, and delivering quality work. The testimonials right now are gonna be so valuable because you're relatively unknown and people are gonna be looking for testimonials. So make sure when you get testimonials that you take screenshots of them and you use them as assets. This is key. A pro tip during this stage is any kind of testimonial that you get should be considered an asset. That asset is going to be a screenshot of a person's testimonial or a client's testimonial that you're going to be adding to your work and you're going to be showing to your future potential clients. As you gain more experience going into month 2 and going into month 3, your skill set, your portfolio, and your client base is going to continue to grow. Into month 3 and going into month 4, you have now earned the right to charge more for your services. After 4 months, you've gotten a few photo sessions under your belt, you know how to pose people, and you know how to talk to clients. You've also learned your camera well enough to know how to work it properly. When I was at this stage, I started to double my prices after every single gig. I started at $100 and the very next gig I would jump to $200. The gig after that I'd be at $400 and so on. Do this until your prices exceed your skill level and market demand. You'll know when this happens because you won't have any more work and people aren't gonna be booking you. I personally capped at about $600 per gig and I stayed there until I leveled up my skills. I also started to offer video services and design services. A suggested price range for an intermediate level photographer in months 4 through 9 of their journey is about $100 to $500 per project. Easily, you can command $500 at this stage if you have a well-developed portfolio and you have several client testimonials. Months 10 to 1 year. At this stage, it's important to start adding costs for equipment, software, and time spent on each project. You must start including a fixed cost for all of these assets. That's your camera bodies, your lenses, your software, your computer, and more importantly, your time. If you're a freelance photographer with 1 year of experience, a solid portfolio, and glowing client testimonials, it's time to charge premium rates. You're a pro and your prices need to reflect that. The suggested price range for advanced level photographers should be between $1,000 and $5,000. If you've completed 1 year of photography, every project moving forward should cost roughly $1,000. At this stage, you have a well-developed process and you've made several contacts that you will be able to bring on for larger projects. At this point, when you're in the $800 to $1,000 range, it's not uncommon for you to start looking for other photographers that you can hire to help you as a bee shooter so that the entire thing goes a lot smoother. Remember, your expertise, your unique style, and your ability to deliver outstanding results are a worthwhile investment for your clients. Clients will always pay for quality, so be confident in your pricing. Always be ready to negotiate with your clients and never undervalue your time, your work, your gear, and all of your knowledge that you've gained over this past year. And there you have it. A no-nonsense, straightforward guide to pricing your work as a freelance photographer using a per project pricing model, which is what I recommend everybody in a creative space do. You can't be charging hourly, you have to charge per project. As you gain more experience and grow your business, don't be afraid to reevaluate your pricing strategy. You can always take other things into consideration, keep track of all of your expenses, invest in your skills, and deliver exceptional work. You can't be charging $1,000 if your skill set only reflects $100 price tag. You need to be improving your skills throughout this entire time, because if not, you will not be able to command a higher premium price. Keep in mind that at no point in this video did I say that this was going to be easy. And also, it's going to take a big investment into your own skills and your own development as a photographer and as a creative. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Please use common sense and don't make promises that you can't keep. Consider buying insurance as soon as you can afford it. That's equipment insurance and liability insurance. If you're charging roughly $500 per project and up, you can absolutely afford liability insurance. So as promised, I'm gonna tell you exactly how much I charge for my work. Depending on the scope of work, I usually charge between $800 and $1,000 per product photography gig. My gigs usually contain deliverables that include several product photos and short form videos for social media. If you guys liked this video, consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and make sure to hit that notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. I typically like to post 1 video a week, and I post shorts daily. Until next time, adiós. If you made it all the way to the end, make sure to leave a comment down below so that I know who the real ones are. I appreciate you. I always reserve the last few minutes of my videos to share with you what I've been up to in the past week. Last week was another fantastic week of growth for me on all of my social media platforms. My YouTube sub count has been on fire for my small channel, TikTok has been exploding, and Instagram has also been growing. There really is no secret, I've just been posting daily. But I guess that is the secret, just consistent posting or daily posting. For photography, I was asked to photograph an event this Sunday. That was pretty awesome. I hope to make a bunch of new contacts from these events. Usually when I go to events like this, I like to have my business cards ready and I hand them out to anybody that asks. If you're watching this and you want to see some of those images, make sure to follow me on social media. I'll leave some of the links down in the description below. What am I reading? I started a new book titled Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. I haven't finished it yet. Somehow I got off track this week and I am off my usual pace of 1 book per week, but I'm certain that I'll be back on pace after this week. About the book, so far it's a fantastic book that talks about how and when to start taking on help in your business to help free up your time so that you can focus on higher value tasks, outsourcing some of the more time consuming lower value tasks. Definitely a book that I recommend for any entrepreneur, small business owner, or somebody that's just getting into this social media management, social media posting, and any kind of creative work. Delegating some of the lower value tasks that are more time consuming is a great idea. All right, y'all. For real this time, that's gonna do it for me on this one. Adios.